against a Xayah, how is that going to fare? She does have a bit of poke available to her thanks to her W, the bonus movement speed, but a lot of her power comes from her ultimate. She is very reliant on it.
Decoy across the wall here. Hunsumdi is at half HP, has no pots, has a barrier, no heal. Marang knocks Yike back, Targamas goes in, flash away from Hunsumdi as Kalist tanks the tower and has to use a barrier of his own. Does get the root down with the blade call of it.
We know how playmaking the champion can be and how you really need to utilize that early game strength to try and force skirmishes where you can.
See, they can look for the re-engage. Spells used by Navi. Cyclone's still available. Vladdy going in. There's the Weaver's Wall. Tiger on the right side of it. Gets out. Exhaust has been popped on him. We'll try and get back in here. Does still have that smite. Marang comes across the wall. Yike with a good Cyclone. Knocks Marang up. Here's the Grand Starfall though. Tiger flashes away from the seismic shove. Yike is down to 200 HP and Hunsumdi is flashing forward. He's transcended himself and he's looking for his first kill. Finds it. Targamas now locked up. Adam coming in as well. As he looks for the flank, KC forced back, retreating under their tower.
Okay, so it's... I think they're too late though. They're way too late.
Taiga's ultimate about to come back off cooldown. Marang has that unbreakable will. Vision behind. There's the TP from Adam. There's a shockwave combo. Yike has to try and get away with the Cyclone. Good knockback with the seismic shove. Will disengage the fight for now. KC looking for the re-engage. Kana comes in. Hasn't popped that ultimate yet. But Hunsumdi has no flash and has no way out. KC on the board.
The response from KC is good. Navi tried to use the numbers advantage, but I don't think the fight is over just yet. The ulti comes through from Vladdy.
The chase continues as Adam oversteps, looking for the damage onto Kana. He'll fall second. 2-1 now for KC and a Dragon alongside.
The logic is always that Aatrox is a champion that also scales.
Sure.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Good Grand Starfall. Again, Tiger gonna flash away. There's the shockwave. Quickness coming out, but Vladdy's already down. Good knockup by Marang. The Targamas can dash back to Yike to escape. Again, Navi using
proactive with the Pantheon. He makes a really nice play on the top side of the map. And it's Larson that's going to get himself some plates. Marang acting on
flashes in. Yike's going to try and go back forward with the Cyclone. Larson's low. He has to flash away. But in the end, Yike will still find him stunned up by the trample. Should fall here to Taiga, but he's doing so much work. Marang's dead as well. It's 2 for Yike. Or at least for KC in the middle of the fight. Targamas dashing away, dodges the spear shot. Taiga goes back in and gets another. The junglers absolutely popping off as Kalist finally rounds it out for KC.
It's chaos on the top side of the Rift. It cleans things up. Now though, we're back to live as the Herald has started off.
Back to fighting as well. As Taiga's trying to join from the side here. Rift Tower down to 5,000 HP. Hunsumdi flashing away from Targamas, who's now on the wrong side of the wall. The quickness will only catch onto Marang, who does still have the unbreakable will. The ball down for Larson. Shockwave available. Rift held. The eye will sit there. In the end, I don't think Navi will be able to pick this one up. Adam's going to try and step forward. Expires pretty sharpish. Only about 20 seconds on the clock for that eye these days. And take of the game, it will be sole point for KC if they can find it. Marang once again peeking his head in, or at least his horns, as he looks for the engage. But Navi are just not here quickly enough. The ball goes down, Grand Starfall coming out, they're looking for the shockwave combination. The dive into the backline by Taiga. Yike's gonna knock him up with the Cyclone, and Taiga is separated from his team. He jumps back in for the stun, but the flash across the wall, or at least the jump with the blast cone from Kana, means that Navi cannot follow up on their jungler. KC will
really like it. They know they have a good item advantage over their opposition. Force Navi into another fight when you should be stronger.
Here's the TP from Adam. Kana waiting just around the corner. 6,000 on the Artican right now. Navi gonna be split up by the Weaver's Wall. Targamas still waiting. Goes in with the quickness, and the feathers fly from Kalist. Hunsumdi immediately has to dash away, but Yike follows up with Kana. Kalist and Targamas able to retreat to the top side of the fight. Taiga tried to get in, did steal the Artican in the middle of it all, but he'll pay for it with his life, as will Adam. Kalist mows him down. Navi discombobulated, but somehow Taiga keeps them in it with an Artican steal.
It's a clean ace for KC, ballooning the gold lead to 5.4k. That's the biggest thing. Navi's just desperately trying to complete more items. Oh, Kana on the front lines here.
He doesn't take any damage from Hunsumdi. He goes back in with Unstoppable Onslaught. There's the Weaver's Wall as well. Marang in the middle of them all with the Zeke's Convergence, but it's just not doing anything. That's roast beef for KC.
For this game, KC have just been starting objectives on spawn. Looks like they've caught out Adam.
Yeah, he is not in the best of spots here. The World Ender It might live up to its name, but it may be his world that's being ended here as he's caught out KC with good movements on the map, using the Weaver's Wall to separate Adam from his easiest escape route, and then with Targamas and Kalist coming up, it was all at the end. Yeah, there's no real point challenging that Baron, especially without your top laner. See if you can get a tier 2. See if you can get the wave pushed out to make KC's oncoming advance.
Ignoring all of the damage posed by Adam and is just going to chip away at the tower. The Demolish proc doing good work.
Yeah, 3 item sight on. You're not really going to do any damage here. Adam on the wrong side of the wall. Grand Starfall coming down as they look for Kalist, but Yike with a good Cyclone will get a double knock-up onto Taiga. Unstoppable also coming out from Kana as he looks for the knock-up onto Malrang. Can't get it, but Malrang still falls. Vladdy flashing over the wall, chasing Adam down. The Infernal Chains won't connect. Hansumdi untouched so far. They're having to pop the ultimate. And now walking back to the fountain. TP's coming out as KC look to continue this advance. Sion back with full HP and an Elixir of Iron just to add to the deal here. Not going to be able to get your way through him. He flashes for Larssen. Decimating Smash stunned out of Targamas going in with a knock-up. The knock back onto Larssen with the seismic shove, though. Will it be enough? And KC are just forcing Na'Vi away from their own inhibitors, away from their own base, and back to the drawing board, it seems. KC still 5 members strong as we see Na'Vi respawning and immediately being put 6 feet under demolition here from KC in game 1.
28-minute stomp from the side of KC. We saw some nice proactive moves from Na'Vi in the early game, but once KC got a foothold, they just never let go. 18 kills to 4. They had full control over all the objectives. Beautifully done by KC.
It really was. We're going to take a short break, maybe jump back into the jacuzzi. Issue is, All Out has this ability of carrying people through terrain. Cho'Gath struggles to follow people through terrain. As a champion with 0 dashing up, Relic Shield, World Atlas stack for Targamas available. There's the 2, flash forward from Targamas. Hansumdi's going to have to flash away another route. There's the follow-up. It's hook, line, and sinker for the KC bot lane.
We'll be arriving on the bot lane first, and he's going to run straight into Yike.
Both of them running the Conqueror. Another hook connects, this time onto Malrang. Locked up with the concussive blows, and he is dead. Deleted. Where he stands, he rests in peace. And Hansumdi will follow him to a grave. 3-0 as the feat of warfare for KC took only 4 minutes. Absolutely dominant on this as we see the graphic pop up and pop down as Taiga's actually looking up for a topside gank here. Kana does have the flash. Pathmaker as well available. Wants to avoid some CC, does so, gets a good double pullback, double stun, and will manage to... Somebody will try and get himself as much farm as possible. Yeah. Interested if Kalist goes to top, grubs are up in a minute 30, so most likely he will.
I was about to say, the only thing that Hansumdi needs to be careful of is that is a level 6 Cassante.
I have the same graphic for this, Betty. Here you go.
Well, you might have to take it away because Takeout's looking for a play.
It goes in with the Cataclysm onto Kalist, who dashes away, and that play is done. Oh, Yike decides to dash back in. Great hook onto Taiga. The Pop Blossom's only going to land onto 2. There's the fate sealed, though. The follow-up. Adam comes in. It's 2 for Na'Vi. True shot was dodged by Larssen. And now it's on Vladdy and Kalist to try and turn this one around. Kana coming in from the side as well. As KC looking for the lockup onto Adam. They'll find it with a Rune Prison. Pathmaker knocked back into the pit and sent to hell. KC answer the play and will start up the Rift. The game for KC. They have a game plan. It's worked a lot for a lot of teams over MSI over the last few months as they continue to look for it. Adam here does have the feast, but Kana, with the fancy feet, will just sidestep everything, and Adam can't get him low enough. Feasts a minion in the end to just get the stack. Kana, he's bringing TFT to the Rift here. This is an all-out Cassante.
Nice play from Kana as he finds himself a solo kill. The ulti gets dropped onto Malrang, and he's going to fall with it.
That's why you do not shenanigan again. Well, push in towards this red side. Jungle seal away everything you can. Razorbeaks first, but they realize perhaps the red's already up. As Kana comes across, face checks into Taiga. Yike coming in from the side as well. Taiga will be able to secure it. There's the all-out across the wall, though. Taiga goes in with the Cataclysm. EQ out across as Targamas is locked up, knocked up with the Rupture. Consumer will eat him up as now Adam is caught out with the Intofos. KC get their 8. Does Na'Vi manage to pick up 1?
I mean, Taiga does still get Vladdy just walking past the flowers.
It's fine, because you take the Archon, you get the flowers.
No, I know, but I mean, how can you not click the flowers when they're there, Medic? Like,
well, tempo, Betty, tempo. Hansumdi having to flash. We'll get to safety. TP behind. Oh, Vladdy. Tempo, Betty! Couldn't have been here in time, otherwise the TP would have taken too long. Hansumdi with a killer instinct out will have the blast cone. The Realm Waltz knows the catch and pop Blossom. There's the knock up onto Marang, who tries to get away with his Shake Split but cannot do so. Na'Vi now on the wrong side of the rift as Taiga, Adam, and Larson are going to be chased out. Yeah, but Na'Vi are on the wrong side of their own side of the rift, Betty.
Oh my goodness.
They need a merry-go-round or a roundabout or something if they're going to escape.
Well, they have been able to escape, but now it's Larson who is on the wrong side of the rift.
That he is, Betty. 100% correct. Your genius knows no bounds as Larson is chased out and will be slain by KC. Yike gets his KC playing this one out as cleanly as you can, pretty much, in modern League of Legends. You could argue in the past, maybe you shouldn't give up a tower as the true shot watch comes down onto Hansumdi. Vladdy with the stopwatch flashes away from the Pop Blossom, but into the middle of Na'Vi, and Vladdy is caught just as I praise KC. They lose one. Kalisko's godlike though. Arcane shifting forward, dashing away as well from Taiga, who looks for the re-engage 4v4 Na'Vi, maybe have a chance.
Used from Adam as well.
It's bulking season for Kana. Sion game 1, Kasante game 2. Pathmaker onto Adam as Targamas looks for the dredge line. There's the follow-up. Arcane shift forward from Kalis, hit by the Rupture, but Kana will secure the kill. Still unkilled on this Kasante and flashing forward for it. Hansumdi dodging away with a killer instinct, but the dredge line hits again. And Yike finds his man, and in terms of defense.
I mean, they're going for the inhibitor with the TP committed as well from Kana. Mid is being pushed by Vladdy. The base is falling apart and the Baron isn't even up. KC, are they going to look to try and end it? Looks like it.
Kalist and Kana can just walk forward. They have Demolish as well on Kana. Watch this proc. That's a third of the turret's health bar already. They have enough minions here. Hansumdi still 9 seconds away from respawning. With Adam coming up, it looks like KC will back away for now, but they'll still take the inhibitor tower in the mid lane. Will they look for more? The inhibitor should be next on the menu, and it will be. They've had their appetizers, now it's time for the main course. Inhibitor in the mid lane down, Hansumdi back up, Larson on the wrong side of this fight, but looking for the engage with the Fate Seal. KC waiting for this next wave. It's a cannon if they want to push in, but doesn't look like they quite want to go all out for this one quite yet. Kana does have that ultimate coming up in about 20 seconds. Baron looking for the engage. Can't find it. No Pop Blossom on no one. Vladdy once again with a stopwatch. Might be caught out. He's consumed by Adam. But now the follow-up from KC continues to ring true. Kalist has no threat on him. He'll go legendary 8-0. The next wave on its way. And there's a super here to help them out.
Ruthless efficiency as KC wastes no time in trying to end this game. Taiga, he tries to escape, but he's going to fall as well.
This series is over in sub 1 hour, Betty. 28 minutes into 25 minutes. KC took the time off. They took the back. They missed MSI, and they are not lying down. They've come to fight. They've come to party here. Na'Vi can do nothing against it as KC are just looking for kills next to the Nexus. Yike dashing forward. Hansumdi cannot survive through him, and Yike continues to chase in. 616 is a pretty symmetrical scoreline, but he wants to make it 7 as he finds the triple. Adam's back up, but what can one Cho'Gath do against the blue wall? Realm Waltz was going to take the minions into the base as they look for Taiga and finish the game in sub 26 minutes.
An impressive performance all started by KC's bot lane getting the 2v2 kill. Off the back of that, they snowballed very cleanly, and they did not give Na'Vi a moment to breathe. You can vote for your Kia player of the series, Kana, Yike, or Kalist. All fantastic options. As KC, they start summer off strong.
I love me a good meat wall. Kana had a great day. The Sion and then the Kasante, I think he'll be overlooked.
Glad it's a best of 3 because for Team Heretics, you know, we talk about their progression throughout the year, and this feels like a comp that's nice, steady to start with. But does feel like, again, though, just bop Shea away. Time has been granted, but Razok now has to face with the Nocturne in the face. What I mean by that is the fact it's going to spy battle, and Shea just wins it. Now Mickey's thinking, okay, can I do that again? But Shea now level 6 can turn into the paranoia. Camilo also with the Weavers Wall. Mickey.
He's getting invaded on in his jungle too.
It's round 2 because Razork does not have Cyclone available. Sheo leveraging that ult advantage, and as Mickey steps his way in, Sten looks for a re-engages the crash down, tethered up with a Fear Mickey, good disengagement, trample, now the ulti. Sheo has turned off the lights, flash in for the Knights, and he can't get the autos off, so Mickey's going to escape, but his summoners are now all down. Razork has to watch there while he's as well, and Sheo is now putting on a bit of a display.
Yeah, Mickey thought he could try and bait there, having the ghost, but wasn't really able to set anything up, but now we get one more.
Let's look at top lane. The 1v1 begins. Oscar in trouble. The equalizer down. It's good spacing here, but Carlson has to walk over the hot flames, but he misses the Natovo strike right into the thigh. Gets Chris stunned. You hate to see it, but first blood over to Oscar Rinnan off the back of a mistake. Now is there another? Mickey going to be slowed down as Blackett goes into melee range. Gets one in for himself. He's got his ulti. No, he does not. He's only level 5, so he can't do anything but stand there and get pummeled as Poby helps get 2 more kills over to Fnatic. A 3-for-1 start. Poby shoved away, stunned in place, but the damage isn't there. Fnatic still revisiting Spring because I'd almost constantly say, oh, there's a lead on upset. Look how good it looks. Now Mickey sending up another one. Camilo has just been delivered. Ham, cheese, and tomato. Put it together. You got a sandwich for upset. 3 kills about to be hand delivered to him as well. Setting up the second skin. All he needs to do is get the auto down. Camilo's bought some time, but upset will pay with the crime. 3 kills on Kaiser, 400 gold lead, and Fnatic. And building up a brilliant bridge for Fnatic to play through. You talked about how important this Orianna is, maybe sooner rather than later, as Equalizer going to go down. Fnatic looking for a play top. Show with the counter, the paranoia, beautiful. Carlson gets his just dessert. Finally, Oscar Rinnan's in the dirt.
Great spell shield from Sheo there as well. Ends up denying the Cyclone knockback already there, and it looks like Fnatic are going to try and back away. Mickey just went for the reset. Just used the teleport a few minutes ago, so didn't have that for the unskilled spell book, so we'll just try and back away. But I think at this stage, Fnatic like to clear the wave, because now he gets to walk up towards this objective, and he'll more than likely be Oscar who has to invest in TP, but the engage.
It's a good one though. Sheo matches it with a flash as well, and a quick flee, but where are you going to go? Poby stuck too, and Camilo, bit of revenge.
Fnatic have hit a lot of big power spikes here, whereas you're only really looking at Yunara for Flacket on the opposite side.
The engage started off by Sten though, an early team fight set up, double seismic shove, equalizer in the back line. Messy start, but Mickey goes in, gets 2-man pulverize. It's upset reposition. Sheo with the ulti, but who's he going to hit? He goes for the cow. Okay, that's Bio. For now, we look on the right side of the fight as Razork gets on out, and a Weaver's Wall comes in better late than never as Fnatic are a man down. Their engage is down, and Team Heretics are looking down at the 3rd dragon of the game.
Poby didn't pull the trigger on the ultimate though, so Fnatic still trying to play off of this, see if they can make that big shockwave hit.
But Flacket can't transcend anymore. That's an advantage. Seismic shove misses. Look at the Herald. An engage from the right side of our screen. Razork is looking for a target. On to Camilo. The engage train gets a flash. And Camilo will run for his life. Razork worth a shot there as the summoner down. But he's got double smite, but it's on a ward. Fnatic need to move.
Exactly, Upset was on the bottom side. I don't know if this is like if he was spotted or it's just Heretics reading the fact that Oscar Rinnan went aggressive, so something was up. Now TP coming up towards his top side.
The seismic shove on a clone to start us off. Look at the left side of the fight at 3k. Atakan going down, zoned out well, and the smite will come through. It's actually auto to death for the shockwave from Poby. Hits a 2-man. Exhaust while Blackett runs for his life, while the right side of the fight is Carlson taking on the world, but the world won. Flash over the wall. Sten escapes. Camilo's slow, but he's out too. Team Heretics, Atakan versus 1 for 2. Dagda. Baron yet.
They just need to start it. They try and face Heretics in, but Carlson happy to face check this. Oscar Rinnan has to give space.
Paranoia's up. They can run in. Razork at half HP. Mickey taking damage as well at 1100. Carlson, the front line that can walk in. No fear in his eyes as the Weaver's Wall zones out half of them. Razork with an ulti, but it's suboptimal. He gets blown up as upset into the back line, but Paranoia strikes then with a Magnet Storm. He'll be crying tonight. A double over to Flacket as Carlson takes the rest. And Team Heretics, this game, they know what's best.
Even Heretics! Our Baron is on the side of Heretics. You see there, as they all try to escape, the Weaver's Wall comes through, and Baron pulls Razork back into the middle of the pit, which means he desperately has to try and engage to just save and salve.
Soul point, or rather Soul, coming up in 3 minutes 30 to boot.
And I don't... hang on. Sheo going to find Razork because he comes through here.
He's just going to walk at him, 2 levels the difference. A Fear about to find his mark as well. Not into the clone, but the real thing. And Paranoia again strikes him. Cyclone, but Poby can't get the finishing damage onto Flacket. Crash down stops him in his way, and Poby needs retribution here. Fnatic needs something, and understand they'll find exactly that. Poby gets his first kill of the LEC, but for Fnatic, it only stops the play that's hurting them so much. Upset cleanses away. Shayo's also nearby, but it stops there.
He's pushing in on one wave. Shale, as you can see, just sitting in between both of these waves means that he can ult to wherever he needs to go.
Paranoia might just be the zone off, but a Weaver's Wall shows you that Team Heretics are serious. But an engage from Mickey with a 3-man shockwave sets Razork to find them all. Upset on a shutdown on a Flacket. That dive was huge. Carlson ulti's out, but he's free food. A game ain't over till the Nexus falls, and Camilo might see that as he flashes over the wall, but Poby there to match, sidesteps the seismic shove, and with movement speed coming from distance, all it takes is one more ball, and Camilo will drop another shutdown over to the GOAT.
Fnatic finally find the combo that they've been looking for. Which means it's without contest from Heretics. It'd be suicidal to try and go in here instead of about to learn this.
Out. Mickey takes the blast going over with him, he'll flash, but that'll be a waste as Razork follows him over. Dragon for free as well. Team Heretics have just thrown this out the window.
Everyone in Heretics grouped up, and it makes it significantly easier for you to try and have this big wombo, but the second you start kind of ceding control, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Carlson starts this off though. He rams in as Weaver's Wall is out again. Fnatic on the wrong side of it. They're split away, but Poby has the range over the wall. Shayo's already pulled the Paranoia out as a bit of damage onto Team Heretics jungle. Razork has flashed in. Shockwave finds none of them though, but it's still going to be mitigated by the fact that Upset has a death wish. He wants Team Heretics' death rather on a silver platter. Camilo Sten, the last remnant get in to get the job done.
It took a little bit of time, but Fnatic managed to make the play work. The dash from Flacket only keeps him momentarily safe from the shockwave as Mickey wants to keep it up.
His flash won't matter in the end, but Adil still sends a ball right in for delivery. This will be the end. A game that Team Heretics had in the palm of their hands that Fnatic had to execute the clenched back, and Sten, his Magna Storm will be in vain. An ace, a 9-1-4 Kaiser, a debut for Poby, but man, I'd be lying if I didn't say that Upset carried the hell out of those fights with Mickey.
Incredible comeback from Fnatic. Heretics just getting a bit greedy at times, overextending, getting caught out, thinking they could make picks happen that weren't there, and somehow Fnatic punish them and bring it back from the brink.
And of course, it's not fair. I mean, Poby, his ball delivery was...
You've got the Pantheon can ult in, and Mesa can even look for it with the public execution. So having that support that can try and play for synergy with Lucian, I mean, I'm a cutie pie back in the day.
For this Dagda.
Yeah, they need to make something happen because they know they're going to lose out on a ton on top end, but nobody here to protect Oscarinen.
Their sentence doesn't connect. That's the start, though. Waiting for the flay as well. It comes through, but with the gravitum down, Oscarinen sent packing. First blood easily done with the denial of all those minions.
Yeah, the exhaust means that there's zero way you're going to be able to play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's R-rated, so make sure you got accompaniment. Actually, you got to be 18, I think. Dark Passage, flash, Mickey gets in the way, unbreakable, but a flash matched, and after the Winter's Bite, Sten kept in place, the range enough, but the death sentence is one for Razork. He'll flash the match, but a kill given over to Flackhead. Sten's dying breath puts one in the hole. Not too bad of a start considering his engages last game. We're pretty clean outside of the fact that the fight started going haywire. We're going to see another one now. Death sentence at the ready, that's what I look for. Blacken under turret is going to send him out with the shurikens and his auto attacks. A feat of warfare has been claimed, but it's not over yet. A double already down, and Sheriff flashes out from the turret range. Double to Camilo. Cleaner than I expected.
Yeah, getting that advantage now means that he's going to be much more potent in the side lane and being able to push and play with the Realm Warp. And even the fact that Flacken managed to get that early kill as well on towards Razork. Now Fnatic trying to find that timing window for Rubs, but is it there?
Their sentence hands on the Razork. The box is out, or rather not available. Rather, it's the Dark Passage culling in the way, but Shayo blocks. Tibbers comes out, but it's not doing too much as Flacket's doing more. The bear is about to be unaware. Dropping down, Poby flashes out. Fnatic came to play, but Team Heretics again in the way.
Poby ended up dropping,
which makes it so easy when you have that push.
But I think it's Fnatic who are going to continue these dives. Push under tower, Razork is here.
Tibbers was already out, Camilo's a little bit low. Something on the board for Fnatic. A second kill perhaps, setting up with the shield and a pierce, a spear. Razork for the chase, finds it with a shutdown and his escape. Okay, Tom Cruise, take it easy. Second kill over to Fnatic. He'll die if he plays his cards right.
Yeah, I think he's setting up for that because Sten was starting to move up there. He's now gone mid to protect Aphelios instead. And here we go. This is going to be a dive.
It's good burst. Carlson shield, but the ulti out from Oscar. Does he really want that? The ultimatum, even with a whip from Sheo. The scissors connect and Carlson gets the auto trade. Teleport in though, it's not done. Poby with Tibbers with flash, and it's going to come out only onto Sheo. The pig in the way. The girl dropping fire, dropping heat, and Tibbers zoning out. Sheo is dead meat, and Poby's just going to wait. Over the wall, gets charged into, but Poby with a shutdown, finally.
Fnatic to compete on.
And it feels like a more concrete state. I know last game we talked about blows being traded. There's a good trade here from Camilo. This guy's going to fall. Good sidestep. Camilo is getting flashed on now, though. Razork is mad, and Oscar must be too. A kill given over to Oscar Rinnan.
Yeah, it wasn't quite able to get away.
He's not a demolish, though, on Oscar Rinnan, so he's not going to get too much. And, of course, shield bash, you know. But still, it's so slow without grub, so Oscar is going to be able to do a little bit of damage here, but I'm looking at the gank from Heretics instead. It's standard Sheo, and the damage will be the big question here with Permafrost and the box down. I guess that question's now answered. Teleport just in case as the death sentence lands again. Was the TP needed? Probably not, but Camilo's here again to catch the wave.
I think it's more still are doing what they kind of need to, putting pressure on towards this bottom side away from where the Atacon is going to spawn. And, hang on.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. Camilo right into a Tibber. And Camilo dies. Exhausted is Flacket. The fight's not going to stop there, though, with Teleport coming in, and Pantheon is going to descend. Flacket separated from the team. His cleanse keeps him alive for now, but his flash will get him to safety. But at the very least, Mickey in the way with the Winter's Bite. And Fnatic have crushed in their blight. Big mistake from Camilo.
Yeah, again, you have these big winning plays from Heretics, but...
So confused. Atakan's going to be taken, but Fnatic, back-to-back, have now been given an entry into this game.
Great play from Poby, though. Again, like immediate flash stun. He was waiting for absolutely nothing. As then, with the hook.
Are we going to get a fight? Team Heretics want to go in. Sheo just walks in and steals it.
No way.
He just steals Atakan. Hextech ultimatum in the middle, and Carlson again dies where he did last game, but this fight could be okay. Sten setting up Camilo, but he once again runs into CC. They got the Atakan, but Heretics are like, no, we must keep going. Forward into the breach once more as Flacket's joined in thanks to the Dark Passage. Calibrum out of range. Oscar can thank his lucky stars, but man, we're devolving into messiness here as Fnatic walk away from the fight.
Both games now, Sheo has got the better of Razork when it comes towards these smites, and now he just walks into him.
Razork, the disrespect from both teams is real. Glacial Prison into a death sentence, into a flash away. Infernum won't get what was used in the last fight. It seems to be enough. Team Heretics going deep for this one as Razork tries to take Gromp away, but Standards on the march. It's a Realm Wall as well. Hook shot, wall shot, no ultimatum, but with a hook in and a box down, a play through. Razork kept in place, through and through. Sheo gets the kill as Razork has dropped down to his knees, but Carlson jumped in under a turret with a culling in the way. Okay, Heretics still have an 80 carry. The turret's still going to go down. Carlson just likes going forward. As the death sentence won't connect this time around, but Heretics are taking everything from the bot side of this map.
Heretics are playing so well. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone is jumping forward.
We got another.
Sten is hitting everyone.
Mickey gets flayed in and an ulti to bite that dust. Flacket will take kill number 3.
And Dragon. And they're looking now at this Dragon. I think we're going to a game 3.
I think we are, but honestly, Dagda, I don't know if I can say that.
Time for both side lanes to push in, but does mean the Sheo doesn't have the ultimate available. Poby now collapsed down to Camilo, though.
Camilo went deep. It's Tibbers out, but Razork here to support, and Camilo, he'll flash towards the TP. He needs backup. Realm Warp to get Carlson out as Oscar doesn't land the ulti. Carlson here to save the day, say g'day, and say what's up. At half HP, he gets poked out as Teleport now. Fnatic bringing in Mickey as well. All right, we're going to group up and punch again.
But the thing is, you've now got no flash in Camilo, no ult on Sheo, Camilo, or the option here, I think, to try and continue.
Poby has flash. Poby has flash. Poby has flash! And he finds it. Flacket gets to a better position, though. Sends out the equilibrium, the ultimatum, and now with Sheo running forward, all it takes is back to front. A hook again. Stand on his thread. Sets up the Flacket as Carlson takes down Mickey in the top of the map.
They try desperately on Fnatic to find their moment, but there's just not really the follow-up. It's desperate from Fnatic, and Heretics manage to just barely scrape away and turn the play back around. Sorcerer's Elixir as well. They just want to end this in one punch.
I just love that, you know, that fight, I'm like, okay, hang on, Paul Sheo might be caught out, stunned up. Razork doesn't do any damage to this pig. You're going to walk away. Ulti for ulti, setting up. Tibbers is now out. Sheo taking a year to die, while Stend might be dead through mid. Oscarin sets up with the damage with Upset playing front to back, but it won't be enough because Flack are front lining. Now with the culling, Sheo about to die. The setup, Fnatic have low health bars, but they've got to kill Flacket as Carl, son of Carlson, comes down, slams him into the ground, and makes us go to game 3.
Fnatic are diving into an Infernum of Felios, and it's Carlson who jumps in to finish them off. Heretics played this game fantastically.
Every fight looked on the edge, but man, you love to see it. It's entertaining. It might always not be the cleanest League of Legends, but Team Heretics put on a show. And for the first time this split, we'll go to a game 3. It's Hexac Ultimatum. Mickey kept in the dome. Will be ringed around for the ace. Carl finishes it off, and Team Heretics do what they should have done in the first game.
Heretics are looking good in this series. Their early game in both of these games thus far has been fantastic, and Fnatic are scrambling. It's been small individual mistakes that are kind of giving them windows back in, but this time around, Heretics able to find the fights that they need and bring it back.
Flacket as well, man. That Aphelios game was crisp, and
Sheo smites, man.
I mean, Sheo is just insane. We're going off the back of what we said last split. Like, I'd love to hear it because I know
push in mid and start to join with Jax. That could be fantastic, but in a straight up 2v2, if I'm Fnatic, I can still play the 2v2, just target Camilo, right? And then you still end up winning out on the extended plays. A lot of potential for like when Flack and Extend reset, potentially for a play on mid, but Razork looking for the dive.
He's thinking about the dive. Both summoners are up, flashes immediately, cleanse, then Flacken matches it, but the root underneath turret makes it a disaster, turning into a minion helps out, and Mickey absorbs the pressure. First blood over to Razork, but they're going again. Dagda, they're going again. Stand up against the turret is going to charge out and at least get Fnatic's flash in the end. Razork has to burn his. Stand does survive for the time being, but Fnatic are denying all.
More and send Flacket to the bottom side, but Carlson might be in trouble.
Oscarin has level 6. Carlson might have the world ender, but his end of worlds coming first. You know it. All it takes is an ulti, a bomb down, and Razork coming in with the pillar. It finally explodes him, but Carlson's on the right side of the map. Oh, I don't like that one as Sten now comes in just to make sure Carlson's okay. I feel like that guy should have been dead, but Oscarin sent him a bit of damage on his team, which is as a Sejuani in game 2.
Yeah, so Flacket did the most, and you have Rise.
They've actually gotten all 3 grubs. He even touched the grubs in this series.
And maybe about to hit on towards his top side as well.
Oh dear, that TP might hurt Carlson. His world ender up and available again. Sends the minions away, but the healing this early on just won't cut it. Under turret, Razork takes him down, and Mickey, that mechanic is so broken, but he's got to love it.
But now Fnatic kind of just looking for the full tower take. Shale holding here once more. Worried that the dive might still be coming through.
Upset getting engaged on. There's an exhaust. Sten's going to get the quickness and the battle ram. Sets up the pop blossoms, the disengage, but Mickey knows his AD carry's dead. Share great timing and flash.
Bot Terror then fall back to Dragon. TP potentially coming through as Carlson looks for the reset though, and there's a ward in behind Fnatic.
Look at the range, the setup we talked about in draft. Between World's going to set up first over the turret's gone for Camilo. That might be an in, and Poby just waiting. He unleashes power first, then he scatters. The weak is Camilo. And with the feats of warfare down, Fnatic have picked up already the first blood, but Carlson with his flank tries to bring an interim to Heretics, flashing on upset for the pop blossom. It's a disengaged turn, golden! Mickey sets up a chair with a counter strike in the backline, brings the fight back. The feathers for Flacket are great, scatter the weak. Poby's trying to return the fight to Fnatic, and I think he's done it. The range, beautiful from Fnatic, because when it gets messy, you can believe upset's there to clean it up.
Heretics didn't.
It's going to be popped through mid. The speed is ramping. Poby's coming in just in case as well, and the Herald will chunk to get first out of turret, or rather first in mid.
Shay's in behind them. That's the TP as well. Heretics are collapsing.
But Oscar's also in the way, so on that TP. Good scatter of the week though. Poby needs to keep his distance. Carlson has flash available. Razork on the way in as well. World Ender up and available. Infernal Chains into a minion is not what you want to see as he gets his sun to the sky, but that healing won't cut it. Pillar up in the way again, and Poby scatters the weak. Another kill over the mid lane. Oscar on the way up. Sheo has been playing his Tom Cruise version in this game for long enough. Now he's spotted, but They need more burst. The all-out going to be used, or rather Sheo's ulti and Oscar in at half HP. It might turn sour though. As Mickey walking up with the Tangle Barbs, connects on the enemy Jax. True Shot Barrage helps out. A body slam, a barrel roll, upset in the mix, and a mystic shot to send him down. Counter-Strike buys the time, but the auto time so perfectly. Fnatic get the dragon, get the blood, and they're looking for another. Onto Camilo and Arcane Chip with everything in between hitting. Mickey just needs another Tangle Barbs, and Camilo gets tagged by the end.
Fnatic are just way too strong, although they look like they're going to go for the play.
They're going to try. It's an objective bounty if they get the steal, but those wards you talked about before, using the BTP, but Poby has deleted Sheo. The smite steal is off the map as Fnatic are chasing down the bottom lane. It's a victory.
Doing their due diligence, they're not trying to rush this, they just want to try and do this by the book.
Hysterics gauge jump pick up for Carlson as he face checks near top. There's a good pillar out again, flash away, Carlson in trouble, Camilo even more so, explosive cast, deletes. As Razork to pick up the kill credit, but another body slam with barrel roll slows down the floating beast. The top lane demon, I think not. Carlson has to work for it. The flash in from Sten is trying to. The deletion will help out though, but Carlson's run out of ulti. While the Pop Blossom tries to send us home, but Blackett with the feathers out. Again the slow. Poby at full HP, sending haymakers at range. Fnatic, you thought it looked close, but it's still a 1 for 2 in their favor. Disadvantage, I should say, but as Fnatic start powering.
Vitality, yeah.
Yeah, remember, anything's possible. Sheo coming in, Razork on the respawn. It's a bit dark over here. Baron going down swiftly.
Yeah, Poby, though, trying to find the pick, doesn't get Sheo. That could have been it, but Fnatic still fishing.
And 4K, Razork is here, ready for the smite. Sheo can't get in the pit. Good explosive cast. Fnatic zone control. True Drop Barrage does the damage. It goes down to upset, and now the fight can begin. The feathers fly in, but Carlson is isolated alone, and Hysterics will not save him, so he is sent home. Team Heretics running a zone control is insane, and upsets following up on everything. As you said, top turret is soon to go. This is going to quickly turn into 10,000 gold as Team Heretics fight close to their home, and Razork might be caught out, quickness out, and Razork, old habits die hard, but Poby's there to save the day. He unleashes hell upon Sheo, and Carlson's still dead for a little bit. Numbers advantage now for Fnatic as they walk towards the top turret, and there's TP for the Twain Worlds. Oscar sends in the bomb, but it's not enough, only under a clone. That's Mickey X's damage health bar. The zone is still there. Team Heretics getting sent away, and even though they're trying so hard, the gold just seems too much.
Heretics are trying everything they have, but there's just not enough. Fnatic continue to push forward. Oscar able to jump in front of that engage from Heretics, and it will be that top inhibitor that falls. Heretics
the game. And that guy is an item away from full build plus some stacks. Team Heretics get scattered. They become weak. Razork's going to step up, and with Baron buff, this siege is unrelenting. Carlson with an angle. All it takes is an engage, and Oscar knows it. Sten caught out against the wall. No escape, chomped down, auto to death by a club. Oscar jumps in, and Poby is diving the fountain. Sheo survives because Unleashed Power is stopped, but Team Heretics, the gold, overcomes them. It was a close series. It was well fought, but Fnatic switched on when it counted, and Poby, my GOAT, your GOAT, our GOAT, debuts in the LEC with a big dub.
huge win for Fnatic. Game 1 and 2, definitely a little ropey, but game 3 was clean. You said it, Poby, fantastic game over the course of the series. Razork stepping up huge in game number 3. Mickey being that support role as well.
Pretty insane series when it counted though. An upset was great all round. It's a hard one. Fnatic get their win, but there is obviously